how to coexist with people with different belief systems. Very much excited to interact with you. Different colors, one people, different colors. One people. Now, this is a popular line that was sung by Lucky Dube. It's a reminder that we're different colors and one people. And so I think this also hits me and you to remind us that there will never be a straight line to say, this color is ideal and this color is less. Yes, we're different colors. We are one people. One thing that you'd see in every skin, once the skin is deeply cut, you're going to find this red blood that flows through every vein, whether it's white, black, or colored. The same blood flows. And there's one thing that is intact, is the soul and the spirit. Those ones are alike. As long as your soul is built, you are going to find the results that you need. And that's why you're going to see that a white man is attracted to a woman, or a black woman is a black man is attracted to a white man or a colored man. So that takes us to the point of diversity, understanding that that difference is not to divide us, but the difference is for us to celebrate each other. Now, a lot of us have different ideologies. Of course, when I'm a dark-skinned girl like me, I'm going to feel like, dark is the best, right? The dark skin color is the best. Melanin is the best. But there's someone who is going to say, hell no, it's white, because they're white, they think white is ideal. And there's another one who is going to say, half castes, you've never seen them. They're prettier than ever. But so that takes us to the point of diversity. Not only that, we also have religious differences, right? Now, I have been raised in West Nile where we have so many religions. Like we have Christianity, we have Islam, we have a temple here. It's Hinduism. The Hindus are here. We have the Buddhists. They're all in this space. And my earlier years of growing up, I remember there were debates for Christians versus Muslims, and they discussed whose religion is the best. Now, being in a school which was mixed, we had Muslims in our school, and most of them were successful, to be honest. Most of the Muslims in our schools were successful. And this left a question within me. Okay, now it seems that God is serving them. The Christian God is serving us. So which one is which? I was left in an ultimate confusion as a child, and I didn't have I didn't have answers to that. Why is this person saying this? So I decided to stop looking at diversity, because I realized the more I look at the diversity, it's going to separate us, right? I'm going to hate you because you don't look like me. And I'm like, oh my God, how can you not be dark skinned? I mean, how can you not be an African, right? Now, those are some questions I should have asked you for not being an African. But for me to understand that we need each other to coexist, I need you to learn certain things, I need you to get certain experiences. I might not go through every experience, but through your experience, I can learn something. And so that's why we have the diversity of the rich people, of the poor people, of the color disparities, of the body disparities. It is for us to learn from each other and enjoy the diversity, not to be separated and saying, so-and-so is better, this one is better. No, it's for me and you to enjoy the diversity. So let's say that you want to understand other religions. Now, even when you look in the Christian sector, there is already a diversity. Under the Christian, we have the Catholic doctrine, which is different from the Anglican doctrine, which is different from the Pentecostal doctrine. So you're going to see that all these things are different. And if you enter in with a bias, like, these guys, when you enter with that bias, you are not going to understand anything. You are going to fight. Instead of learn, you are going to fight. You're going to be angry. You're just simply going to be compete. It's like, when someone tells you, talk about your ex. Guys, a lot of us don't have good things to say about our exes. It's, all you remember is the heartbreak. All you remember is all the bad things. But there are lessons to also learn from there, right? What did you do? How did you go? What was the thing you did? And so today, and that's how I had to let go of, the things that happened to me, because I had to look at my contribution in this relationship. What did I do? I said yes to him, right? Who said that? Yes, it's me. Because if I didn't give this person the authority, they wouldn't have been in the life. So can we get to the point of, first of all, taking responsibility and agreeing that there will always be a diversity? So by the time you understand that there is a diversity, you're going to find a way of how do I work along with this diversity? How do I fit in a group and I don't bring issues? I have a very good Muslim friend called Juma. Now through Juma, I've learned a lot of it. I've learned a lot about Islamic principles. You know, he's married. He's married, and one beautiful thing is he has 3 women. Amazing, right? Now, for me, I'm trying to understand polygamy from that point, so that if I talking to someone about this, someone chooses, because people say they're not built that way, I'm able to help such a brother of how do you do this. I was a victim of polygamy, a child raised in a polygamous family, right? And so I see right now there's that feeling of indifference. I have people who believe like, my God, I wasn't treated well. The children who felt like they were not loved well. There is the sibling rivalry. So how are we going to deal with this? Someone needs to understand the polygamous way of working. So when I'm learning Islam, I see the key point from the holy books. Now, what does it say about polygamy? Number one, if someone chooses to marry 4 women, number one, they should be treated equally. And number two, they should be mutual respect. Now, that is the principle I'm going to pick out of Islam. When you get to Christianity, what are some key principles I'm picking? Let's talk about the concept of sex as well in Christianity. Now, it says that, sex is a sin against yourself. It's not for God. By the time you sin, it is not for God, because the consequences are quite personal. Now, let us look at adultery. It says, thou shalt not commit adultery, right? Do not commit adultery. Why? Human beings are differently endowed. We're different. The woman is different. I was somewhere, they were saying the women who are a little bit deeper than other women. And so by the time, if you start having the mixtures, you're going to see the differences, right? And so as you get the differences, then you are not going to get any satisfaction. Now you start craving for more. You start craving for more. And today, if you see the remedies of manhood enlargement, where does that come from? Because somebody felt incontent, somebody saw something bigger, someone saw something in a certain way and says, I want to have it like that. Now, when you see for the women, there's a concept of water, sweeteners. Where does this come from? Because somebody felt that, someone was more tasty somewhere, and now I want my wife to be this way. Or a lot of these things have now ended up destroying us, because now human desires, you'll never finish them all. Okay? Now, the reason why we have a human mind is to give you the wisdom to think like, okay, I am not anybody else. And that brings me to the point, I have this quote, personally, mine says, I am imperfectly you, but perfectly me. Now, if you are looking for a certain type of a woman, maybe you want her with a pointed nose, you want her with more thinner lips, it's not me. So don't come to me and expect me to change my body to look like your ideal girl. Hell no. No. So when you come to me, you're going to accept this package. Not going to be worked on. It's going to be so natural, right? I'm not going to change for you, right? So when you come to me, you need to be able to accept this full package. And I hope this is a point we need to reach in. Can you try to understand these different religions or different cultures from a point of what can I learn from them? What can I learn from the Buganda culture that I can apply in my Kakwa culture? What can I learn from the any other culture in the world, and apply it to my culture? What are the beautiful practices they do have? There's a lady I follow online. She always says her mother blesses her. Now that's something personally I've never had that, right? So she's like every day, she's called Jalia. She's like every day her mom would put anointing oil on her head, and that's remained with me. So today I'm learning to bless my children. I bless them every day, I speak over their lives, and this is something I learned from her mom, right? Now that's the beauty of diversity. We learn from people. Let's not compete. Let's love. There's no one like you, and there will never ever be like you. Don't copy people. Do not want to be like someone else. I told me that my human experience is gonna be in this body, in this skin, in this color. And if you do not like me, darling, it's your business. As for me and myself, I'm beautiful, I'm fabulous. I don't want to be. And bye-bye. Embrace diversity, okay? We're different and we can never be the same. Bye bye.